Hi, everyone. This is Kat Schneider, and I'm here with Gianna Speranza, a member of the staff here at Breathe Easy, as a part of our series on getting to know the team. So, Gianna, how are you doing today?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm well. I'm well, thanks. So I just wanted to get into it and ask you, if you could start by first, describing your educational background and your specialty.
Sure. So I'm currently right now a master levels intern. I currently am at Delaware Valley University for my master's degree in counseling and mental health. Um, I have my specialty in my track at school is children and adolescents, and that's what I'm carrying over into my practice with Breathe Easy as I'm interning with them. And my
Perfect.
supervisor is Cynthia, who is the practice owner.
Awesome. Wonderful. And what about that specialty appealed to you? Why did you choose that one?
So, I mean, for as long as I can remember, I worked with children since I was like, I want to say 12 or 13. It kind of started with like volunteer work. I did a couple like service projects, but then like some other like camp type of stuff. And it was always surrounding kids. I did a lot of babysitting, things like that. And I think I really thrived with kids who had like challenges. And I was always the person to like take on the challenge. Like a parent would reach out and say, I really need someone to help me with some like daycare, whatever type of things, but my kid has X, Y, and Z. And I was always just the
Hmm.
person to really just take on those things like head on. And I really enjoyed doing it and I enjoyed helping. So that's kind of what got me into the child and adolescent track.
Okay. And is that so that kind of carries over into who you're seeing at Breathe Easy or who you're able to treat at Breathe Easy?
Yeah. I especially, when I graduated from my undergrad at Ursinus College, I started as a behavioral technician. So I was a registered behavioral technician, specifically with children and adolescents on the autism spectrum.
Okay.
So that also got me into my interest in helping kids with disability.
And then, so as far as Breathe Easy goes, and your experience here, how long have you been with Breathe Easy? Breathe Easy?
So I've been with Breathe Easy since January 2023. So I'm relatively new here and like figuring things out as I go, but it's been a very good experience.
Fantastic. And so, as far as how did you come to join the team?
So my school does like we have our practicum and then we have our internship. When I was searching for a site for practicum, they mostly offered like agency work, but I was mostly interested in going to a private practice and seeing what that's like and how to run one, because
Okay.
that's something that I'm interested in doing as a long-term goal. So I had found Cynthia on like just an easy Google search. I had reached out to her.
Wonderful.
We did the interview and she was like, I would love to show someone like how to run a private practice from behind the scenes. So I was so grateful and I was excited for the experience.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, talk about hands-on. I mean, you're not going to get any closer to the source there.
Yeah, and
That's wonderful.
they don't teach you the business in school.
Which is a huge part, especially if you want to be successful as you go, and be your own boss and that kind of thing for sure.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And then, so that kind of goes into my next question for you, and that is, what kind of things have you learned at Breathe Easy?
That's a good question because I've learned
Yeah.
so much. I would say my most learning experience has really been through Cynthia because she is my supervisor, but she's also the practice owner. So I've sat in sessions with her with adults, which is not my like forte. Obviously, I've only really been with children. So she's really integrated me into like the adult space and learning more about that and mental health, and she's really taught me how to like connect with the adults and be personable. Um, And then the other flip side of that, as I just said, like she's been really showing me the behind the scenes of, what it takes to run a private practice, which is not easy.
No.
So I've learned all of that work. I've learned the administrative part of it, and I've been on like the phone calls with clients, scheduling, um, emails, and other things behind the scenes. So it's been a good experience.
Oh, that's wonderful. And then, so that's your plan to eventually move on further down the road and kind of create your own kind of space like that.
Yes, my hope is to stay with Breathe Easy as long as I can until
Sure.
Cynthia gives me the tools to run on my own.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Well, it sounds like you're well on your way for sure. Great. Well, thank you so much for taking the time to talk with us. Is there anything that you'd like to add that we didn't ask that you would like our listeners to know?
Yes, I guess, well, I talked a little bit about like my specialty with children, but really what I focus on is challenging behaviors. I work with
Mhm.
parent training skills. I do social skills, and then I also mainly work with like anxiety, a little bit of depression, but like really a lot of the executive functioning skills.
Oh,
So
okay.
emotional regulation, planning, organizing, things like that. Those are the things that I've really grown a niche to, along with the autism spectrum.
Okay. And those are typically issues that go side, hand in hand, I think, the executive
Yes.
functioning. Yeah, and that can, set up a child to be able to go on through life. I mean, those things, those skills last a long time. You can really integrate them into anything.
Yeah, I'm very interested in like building the foundation. When everyone's like, oh, you want to work with just the beginning of life. And I was like, of course, it's like just the beginning of life, but I'm like, I'm building the foundation for the kids. It's so important.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. And I think those are tools that, anybody could really, I could benefit from
Yeah, of course.
them. Great. Well, thank you so much, Gianna. Again, great talking with you and have a wonderful day.
Yep, thank you, you too.
Thanks.